Your destination is within 3 miles.
Where are we?
It's a GPS system. It's programmed to find the shortest route.
Well, isn't it supposed to be on a lake?
Right turn into driveway.
Where the hell are we?
You have arrived at Skyline Hills Resort.
The hell I have.
Thank you for using the Safe Voyage system.
Is it really Lawrence Hammond?
Yes, it is.
What was he doing here?
Well, we're just kicking that around now. I think he got lost, or maybe he was meeting someone.
Doesn't make any sense. Isn't that a, what do you call it?
Global positioning system. It was on, but it wasn't working. There was no disk in the computer.
Maybe somebody took it.
Maybe. This is Norm Mosley. He was the truck driver who found Lawrence Hammond.
Was Mr. Hammond dead when you found him?
He was barely hanging on. He died before the paramedics showed up.
Did he say anything?
Yes, sir. He said girls can't eat 15 pizzas.
Come again.
Girls can't eat 15 pizzas.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
He said it like 5 times. Then he died.
Girls can't eat 15 pizzas. What the hell does that mean?
Well, it's true, they can't.
Well, that depends. How many girls are we talking about?
Hang on. Were there any girls nearby eating pizza?
No, sir. I figured he was delirious, but he kept saying it.
Girls can't eat 15 pizzas. No. Forget it. No, never mind. Girls can't eat 15 pizzas.
Pardon me?
Those were Mr. Hammond's last words. Did it mean anything to you?
Girls can't eat 15 pizzas. What girls? You don't know. Maybe they got stomachache from the pizza.
No. Captain, do you have a minute? I think we're onto something. Aaron Hammond was having an affair.
Oh, again with the wife.
There were 4 shampoo bottles in her bedroom from the Newport Inn.
Which is just 2 miles away from her house. The concierge said that she's been there 2 or 3 times a month with some guy, but they never got a good look at him.
Congratulations. Mrs. Hammond was having an affair. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I can't ignore that. Go down to the Newport Inn. I want you to interview the staff and bring a sketch artist.
Yes, sir. Who's this?
Scott Gregorio. He's a baseball player, trying to break the single-season home run record.
Yeah, Monk, can we keep our eye on the prize here?
Is she an artist?
Yeah, he likes to do some painting in his spare time.
Adrian, you're wrong. It is not the same artist.
I know it's not the same artist, but look at the window and the drapes and the church in the background.
Oh my God, you're right. It is the same church.
So at some point, they were both in the same room.
Wait. So you're saying Lawrence Hammond's wife,
His murdered wife,
and Scott Gregorio,
future Hall of Famer.
are connected?
Bet on it.
We haven't seen any home runs for the last 3 games. What are you telling yourself?
I've been in a slump before, Danny. Been working with the coaches. All it takes is one good swing of the bat, and right back in this. I'm not gonna
He's
worry about it.
Benji's hero.
I'm just gonna take it one game at a time.
I thought I was Benji's hero.
Okay, I've noticed last few games, had a little trouble with breaking pitches. What are you doing about that?
Well, I took a little longer on BP today, and I think I've worked it out.
He loved her.
We think Aaron was the real target of the attack, not her husband.
Why would you say that?
Think about it. Think about how you were affected by her death.
You're hitting straight.
Maybe somebody's trying to distract you.
Can't believe you said that. I know this sounds paranoid, but I was thinking the exact same thing.
Maybe it was the same guy who attacked you a couple of weeks ago.
You heard about that, huh? Yeah, I was outside the stadium. It was after a game. Some creep came at me with a baseball bat. I fought him off. He disappeared.
Did you get a good look at him?
Nah, it happened too fast. It's when the team hired Heckle and Jekyll here to babysit me. Hey, Benji, don't forget help.
What's help?
H-E-L-P, hands together, elbows up, level swing, patience.
H-E-L-P.
Yeah, it helps me remember. It's, what do you call it?
Mnemonic device. Sharona, call the captain.
GCE 15P. Girls can't eat 15 pizzas.
It was a mnemonic device.
I understand. That's good work, Mom.
I remembered how the housekeeper said that Lawrence Hammond never forgot a birthday. A lot of successful people use little tricks to memorize information.
That I understand.
Right, and obviously, Hammond made up the phrase to help him remember the license plate of the car that ran him down.
We found this underneath the rear seat cushion. It's for one of those global positioning systems. It's homemade. The guy programmed it himself.
Well, this is what he used to lure Hammond and his wife to that industrial park.
Right.
Okay. Start putting together a list of computer geeks that can do that sort of thing.
Yes, sir. There was a security camera. We got a picture of him.
Well, that's it? They can't clean that up?
It is cleaned up. I mean, he was 50 feet away. Should I release it to the press?
What's the point? I've seen better pictures of Bigfoot.
I've seen this guy before.
Who is he?
I can't remember. But I know that face. I've seen him before.
Walker Browning.
Tommy! Tommy, quiet!
I'm Captain Leland Stottlemeyer, San Francisco Police Department. This is Lieutenant Disher, Adrian Monk, Sharona Fleming.
What's going on?
May we come in, Mr. Browning?
What if I say no?
Don't say no.
Mr. Browning, you work for Springbok Electronics in Palo Alto?
Not anymore. I got laid off in October.
And you worked for their global satellite division, though?
That's right. Can I ask what this is all about?
Whoa, hey, is that 73?
Yes, it is. Just please don't touch it.
Oh. Must have been quite a day for you, huh? Catching that ball? Yeah. That's a piece of history right there.
I wasn't even planning on going to the ballpark that day. A friend of mine had an extra ticket. It's funny, huh? Just, your whole life can change. Just like that.
Just like that.
I understand you've been in touch with an auction house in New York. You selling the ball?
That's right. Yeah, Toby and I are having a little bit of a cash flow problem, so I figure the 500 grand could come in handy.
500? No, that ball's worth like $3 million.
What would happen, I wonder, if Scott Gregorio broke Daryl Grant's record?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what would happen. That $3 million baseball would suddenly be worth roughly, nothing.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because, the slump Gregorio's in, he's not going to be breaking any records.
You made sure of that, didn't you, Walker? When you murdered the woman he loved. Catching that ball must have been the best day of your life. A few weeks ago, you decided to sell it, but you discovered there were no buyers. Because the record was about to be broken.
2.5.
So you panicked. You had to protect your investment.
You went after Gregorio outside the stadium. You were trying to break a leg or an arm or anything to keep him out of the lineup. But that didn't work.
After that, he was surrounded by bodyguards 24/7. You knew you'd never have another chance.
But he was vulnerable in another way. He was in love with Lawrence Hammond's wife, and you knew it.
Okay, has that dog been fed recently?
Hammond, the millionaire? This is insane.
You knew Hammond's schedule. The board of directors meeting was well publicized. The night before, you broke into his garage and replaced his global positioning disc with one that you programmed yourself. Hammond followed the directions, and all you had to do was wait.
And all because you wanted to sell a baseball.
Listen, guys. Hey, Gina, how are you? Listen, just leave my ex-wife out of this, okay? She had nothing to do with it. I will answer a couple of questions if you just leave her alone, please.
Brad, why'd you beat up that bartender?
I didn't beat anybody up. We had a misunderstanding.
Were you drinking?
I was at a bar, Eric. Yeah, I had a drink or two and some peanuts. Listen, I gotta get to work, but just please stay off the property and leave Susan alone. That would be great. Susan?
Somebody call the police! She's been stabbed!
Hello, this is Brad Terry. I need an ambulance.
So they were divorced?
Huh? Who was?
Brad Terry and the victim.
Oh, yeah, right. For 3 years. But they were still friendly. You know, show people. He's been hiding out here for the last couple of days.
Hiding from
paparazzi. Just like the bartender on Friday night. It was big news. Why is this thing still running?
She was working out.
Yeah, she's working out here. Killer opens the back door, sneaks up behind her, stabs her 3 times. Neck, back, and chest. Murder weapon's nothing special either. It's just a camping knife. Here, look at this.
You think he could have had a motive?
Who? Brad Terry? Nah, I don't think so. No kids, no alimony. Besides, he can't be the guy. He was out front when it went down. 10 witnesses with cameras.
Killer broke the glass, opened the door, reached in, went out the same way.
There's glass in the track directly under the door.
Yeah, so?
I think the door was open when the glass was broken.
Or the killer kicked the glass around when he ran out.
This driveway curves around the back of the house. Are you Dustin Shears?
Yeah?
We're working with the police on the Brad Terry case.
What do I owe you?
Don't worry about it.
I understand Mr. Terry was in here last week. There was a fight.
My brush with fame. Well, actually, it's more than a brush, really.
You're not gonna sue him, are you?
I considered it, but I figure after what happened with his ex-wife, that guy suffered enough.
I'll have another scotch.
Don't mind if I do.
Besides, I felt pretty bad about it. Before the cops showed up, he wrote me a check for $2 grand.
He wrote him a check.
That's the check?
That's it. I don't know whether to cash it or frame it.
What's wrong?
The handwriting.
Looks okay to me.
It's not just okay, it's perfect. He stayed right on the line. I don't think he was drunk when he wrote this. Well, this is your 100th episode, is that right? Congratulations. I understand that's a big day for you.
Thank you. Yeah, they've been working a long time for it. My whole life, actually.
And how does that work? I know that you weren't paying Susan alimony, but when the show started, you were still married, right?
Yes, it was.
Under California law, she would have been entitled to half of any syndication money.
You think you found a motive, don't you, Mr. Monk? Would you like me to take a lie detector test? Would that make you happy?
Yes, it would.
Anytime. Anywhere. I was at a bar, Eric. Yeah, I had a drink or 2. Some peanuts. Listen.
The local news has been running this all day long.
Susan?
Now, I had the lab run a voice print analysis. That was definitely Susan. We think the killer was a deranged fan.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Have you talked to the one we met? Marcy Maven?
No, not yet. We're still trying to track her down.
I asked around. You realize that this show goes into syndication. Brad Terry stands to make over $20 million. There's your motive right there. He did not want to share it with his ex-wife.
Gentlemen.
Max Green, the truth machine. What do you got?
Well, according to this, he's clean. He's Mr. Clean. 0 deception.
You see?
Marcy Maven, this is Adrian Monk. He's working on the case with us.
Yeah, I remember you.
And Marcy, I want you to tell him exactly what you've been telling us.
I did it. I killed Brad's ex, Susan Malloy.
You guys.
Have you read Laurie's script?
No, is it any good?
It is the worst script I have ever read.
I figured.
What?
Brad. He lied to that girl about her script. I was there.
So what? He was being polite.
No. No. He was wearing one of those pulse monitors. His heartbeat didn't change, not a fraction. He's a sociopath. That's how he beat the polygraph test. He did it. He's the guy.
He can't be the guy.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
Brad Terry, you're under arrest for the murder of your ex-wife.
You can't be serious. I was out on the front lawn the whole time. Everybody saw me.
You made sure everybody saw you by pretending to be drunk and staging that fight a few days earlier. After an incident like that, you knew the press would follow you anywhere.
That was the whole idea. You needed witnesses.
I was at a bar, Eric. Yeah, I had a drink or two, some peanuts. Listen, stay off the property, please. Leave Susan out of it.
Okay,
and I
freeze
will
it right
be
there.
That proves it. I was outside when she screamed.
Oh, yeah, she screamed, but that scream was 15 years old.
You recognize this? This is the first movie your wife ever made.
Took us forever to track it down. Movie's been out of print for years.
Susan?
Marcy Maven recognized the scream because she's seen the movie 100 times.
As Special Agent Rusty Clark would say, here's what happened. Last week, you came in here alone after hours. It was easy to transfer Susan's scream from the slasher film onto the exercise video. The morning of the murder, you smashed some glass on the rear door to make it look like somebody broke in. You hid a knife near the front door where you could grab it quickly. Then you replaced her exercise video with the one you doctored, and the stage was set. As you planned, the press was out front, and you made sure they saw Susan alive as you left the house. You recorded the audio low intentionally because you needed her to turn the volume all the way up.
Right foot.
Listen, guys.
The right. Arms down.
Just leave her alone, please. Susan?
The press thought you were going in to help her, but you were going in to kill her.
You only had a few seconds. It was all you needed.
Somebody call the police. She's been stabbed.
It's jungle out there, disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in charge here? It's jungle out